So this is a Coachman Laser 654. It's going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. The front of the van, the hitch up procedure will go through in person, as well as the handbrake and the jockey wheel. In the front locker, you've got your gas bottles in there, the blue bottles that are in this particular van, and you've got your gas valve on top and the gas shut-off valve at the back there. There's also a wheel lock's been left in this particular van with it, so that's to go with it. Each side of the van at the front, you've got a wind-down leg. Battery box, we've got a demonstration battery in here at the moment. Then you've got your power lead coming out the side of the van, also that's plugged into the mains power. On the side of the van, you've got your water pump connection. So it's got a blue trigger on this particular water pump. You pull the trigger back and push the pump into the side of the van and drop the pump end into the actual roller itself. Vent cover on the side of the caravan, just here. So if you're running the caravan on gas, you will need, on the heating or hot water, you will need to remove this cover to allow it to work. Vents on the side of the fan are for the fridge unit on this particular van, and then on this van and then when you leave site with this particular van, we'll torque the wheel nuts so you can see they've been tightened correctly. Back of the van on each side, you've got a wind down leg, which aren't currently down on this particular van because it's twin axle for demonstration purposes. And then you've got your grey waste pipes coming out the back of the van. On this side you've got your toilet locker, so the toilet tank at the back takes 3.5 litres of water in this particular cassette and a cap full of the pink fluid. And on the top cassette in here you've got your toilet, or your in the cassette in here, or in the locker, sorry, you've got the toilet cassette itself. The waste you tip out through this neck, and then you've got your yellow pressure button on the back, so when you tip in the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Before you use that, you'll need to put 1 litre of water in there and a cap full of the blue fluid. Going further forward on the van, on the side of the van you've also got a vent that goes through to your awning, so if you've got an awning up on this particular van, the warm air, when you've got it on blown air, will also come into the awning of the caravan. Next along, you've got a 3-pin plug underneath it, which at the moment I can't get done, but what I do, it's a 3-pin plug under there, so if you're on site with power you can run extension lead into your awning, and then you've got your storage underneath the front seating area. Barbecue gas point on the front also of this van, and then your last wind down leg on this corner. Going inside the van, you've got your main control panel above the door, so it's power on. You've got your water pump run here, you've got your internal lights, you've got your awning light and your voltmeter on the end here. The water pump will come back to you in a second when I've shown you where the drain down valve is and how to fill the water system. So the water pump you'll leave off for a minute with your rack roll connector on the outside. You'll come over to each of the taps, turn the tap round over the sink, open it up on the hot side with the sink in the kitchen, the sink in the washroom, in the bathroom and the shower. You'll open them all up on the hot side of the water system, so the sink there as well. And then you'll go underneath the seat in the far front end of the caravan. Underneath this seat you should find a yellow drain down valve, which is just behind the mains control unit. So when that yellow valve is parallel with the floor, you'll be able to fill the water system, and if you lift that valve upright into the upwards position, it'll drain the water system down. Now to fill the system, like I said, you've got to have it parallel with the floor. And what you'll do is, with all the taps open, your aqua roll connected and the pump connected, you'll come over to the control panel, turn on the pump, and that will start pumping the water around the van. Once the water's running continuously out the taps, which is not doing at the moment because the pump's not connected, as you can see, you'll turn off each of the taps when it's running continuously. The same with the one in the bathroom, the shower, and the washroom also. That one there as well. And then you can start to heat the water on the electric or gas. So to do that, if you want to warm it on gas, down below the seat on the far side of the van, you've got this gas control here. So like I said, you can warm this on gas or electric. So to ignite it on gas, you spin the dial round to the gas symbol. It will self-ignite as long as the gas is turned on. and when it does ignite, you'll have a green light in there, or a red fail light if it fails to ignite. So the red light's just come on because the gas bottles aren't turned on at the moment. But if it does ignite on gas, you can control the temperature of the water on this dial between 30 and 70 degrees. So, as I was saying, to warm the water on electric, just underneath the cushion at the front, you've got this water heater switch, and you'll turn this on to run the water heater on electric. Don't advise you leave this on when the water tank is empty, but as I said, if you need to boost it, you've got the gas on the front as well. Next up, we're going to go to the fridge. The fridge, very simple to use, power on. Now you've got, at the moment it's trying to ignite on gas. If it failed to ignite on gas, the blue light here would flash and it'd come up with an error code 9 and a spanner just here. If it ever failed to ignite on gas, what I'd advise you do is go over to the hob, ignite the hob, and let the gas come through on there before you try reigniting the fridge. As you can see, when I tap the button on the left hand side, it changes between different power sources. So we're on 240 mains now, and to control the temperature on gas or electric, use the button on the right hand side. Let's go to 12 volt battery. For when you're towing, simply put it across the 12 volt battery symbol, and that will cool the fridge as a cool box. Turn the fridge back off, press and hold the power button, and it will turn itself off. To use the heater on electric, you've got the dial on the opposite side by your video and aerial connections. To run it at 500 watt of heating, if you've got 500 watts of power available on the site you're on, you'll put the dial around to 500 watts, then control the temperature of the heater on this dial here. The higher you go with the number, the warmer the heater will be. If you want to use the heater on gas, you turn the dial round on top of the heater, hold down the gas valve and hit the igniter on the left hand side. When it has ignited, you'll get a pilot light in the window here at around a 45-degree angle. And if it has ignited, you'll need to hold down the gas valve for 5 to 10 seconds to allow the thermocouple to warm up, then slowly release the gas valve. To control the temperature of the heater, you've got this dial on top. That's for the gas. If you wish to use blown air, you've got your fan speed on this dial on top. The dot in the centre here indicates to me that it is going to allow the heat to come out the front of the heater. And if you want it to go on to continuous blown air, you'll put this switch over to the left hand side, and that will be the blown air coming out the vents around the caravan. And if you want it on ambient, so it cuts out with the thermostat, you put it onto the A and it will cut in and out with the thermostat on the van. Cooker and microwave that's in the cupboard above, very self-explanatory, work the same as a household gas oven and grill. The last thing we come to on this van is the toilet system. Electric flush on this toilet on top, as you can see. You've got a full indicator light, so it lets you know when the toilet cassette is completely full. And then down below, just down here, you've got the grey waste handle, which allows the waste into the cassette at the side of the van. If you have any further questions on this caravan, please do give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.